Um, you know, again, do some homework on stuff. Go to class, though. Get educated in your business. And this is a business. So it needs to be treated as a business. You need to represent yourself as a business person, which means don't send emails that just have attachments in it with no letter in it. You know, because what do? We go delete. Um, you know, be educated about your craft, about what you do. The only way that you're going to get better at anything that you do in this world, whether you want to be, I always say, a great skateboarder or a mathematician, is to get educated in it. Get the right materials. You know, a lot of this business, I know that people learn at point A and they know they have to get to point C, but that B area is the gray and fuzzy. And no matter sometimes how much schooling you have, sometimes you kind of miss that, and it's kind of um, you kind of have to just live it. And unfortunately for this business, there is a lot of that. Nobody ever says, this is what happens in the B area. And that's the part that I do try to educate in, because that is the hardest area. Um, aside from that, there are so many scams in this business. And sometimes that makes my job really, really hard, because by the time somebody comes to me, their trust has gone out the window, and they don't know who to trust, and I can't regain their trust. And sometimes I know when somebody shows up at my doorstep, and I've just auditioned them, and we've talked about what's going on with them, and I'm trying to talk to them. There's no getting in, because they've already completely shut down. So, you know, yeah, careful who you talk to, but go to class, get yourself educated, um, get the right materials. If you're an actor, you need a great headshot. You need to be working on a resume. Those are your materials. You need to start somewhere. Um, and listen to what people say. You know, this business is all about, it's based on somebody's opinion. You know, so somebody's going to tell you they love it, somebody else is going to tell you that they hate it, okay? And that's part of the living and learning through it, is that you're going to find some things work for some things, and then all of a sudden it's not working so much, so we've got to do something different, we've got to change it. You know, I tell my actors, even the ones that are successful and working, that it's like riding a wave. You're going to be on top of that wave for only so long, and then you're going to have to come down. And at that point, if you're not booking, then, you know, maybe you need to go to class. I mean, I believe always going to class, because when you stay away from class, those lights go off. Um, and you need to always be reminded that they need to be turned back on. You need to go back to your technique and go back to your basics. Because those are the first things that get lost when you start going through this auditioning process. You go to audition after audition. You get in this mode. It's the audition mode. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to wing this. You know, but you forget about your basics. And sometimes, especially if it's a big role that you have coming up, go work with the coach. You know, let them bring you back to the basics. Do your character analysis. Make sure that you have you know, a beginning, a middle, and end to everything that you're doing. You know,